Has he had a moment this season where we have come up here and said, Dak Prescott is unequivocally the best player in the league right now today? We watched football all weekend and came in like, damn, Dak Prescott. Did you see that?
Oh my God.
Oh, Joy Taylor, it's gonna be a long week for you. Shout out to the homie guitarist JT for this amazing revision of Joy Taylor's numbskulled MVP checklist. Something, by the way, I have never heard of prior to Dak Prescott being a part of the MVP conversation. Kind of like we never heard of the narrative of, oh, throwing the most interceptions, and then we never heard the narrative of, oh, beat an over 500 team, and then we never heard of the narrative of, oh, the running backs and the offensive line are what's carrying him, and then we never heard of the narrative of, oh, Kellen Moore is carrying him. Joy, joy, joy. You had a lot of energy there. It makes me start to really believe that there may be some truth to the little inside joke that Cowboys fans have with each other now, that you may actually legitimately be tight as hell about Dak Prescott going on to start his life. Because I'm sorry, honey boo boo, Dak don't want you. And honestly, by the looks of it, some of your co-hosts on that table, they get secondhand embarrassment when you speak sometimes. See what I did there? So, Joy Taylor, do we still not believe that Dak Prescott has had an MVP moment based off of your fantastical, ill-informed MVP checklist? Maybe you didn't see Dak Prescott avoid a bear hug sack, escape out the right side of the pocket, and then throw a dot to Jalen Tolbert on the sideline. That kind of seems like a signature moment to me. That was damn impressive. Or maybe you didn't see our boy getting big on the defenders for the Seahawk and moving with that MVP swagger. Or maybe you didn't see the game-winning touchdown pass he threw to young Ferg. Or you know what? Maybe you did see all of that, but your blind hatred for Dak Prescott and this weird passion that you have for talking negatively about what he is doing and talking negatively about the resume that he's putting together this season, maybe all of that really is just personal. But anywho, let's go ahead and look at some of the numbers, shall we, Miss Taylor? Now, obviously, football is one of the few sports where there's 11 men on the field at any given time, so it is a team effort. And I don't want anybody to not give the rest of the Dallas Cowboys their credit, because CeeDee Lamb deserves a ton of credit for how he's coming to his own as a number one wide receiver. Brandon Cooks deserves a ton of credit for not only his impact that he's had on the locker room for the wide receivers, but also the impact that he's had on the field. We truly have a bona fide number two option now, and the dude got some wheels on him. Jake Ferguson deserves a lot of credit for really coming and having that dog in him and giving the Cowboys some grittiness and some toughness on that offense and not being afraid to jaw with the other team's players, but also still making huge plays, blocking dudes onto their ass with a chip block on his way out to catch a pass. The offensive line, for the most part, it was a couple of times where it was a little shaky, but the offensive line over this stretch run deserves some credit. They have actually looked a lot better than what they did earlier in the year. The defense, I'm going to address this right now because I already see the narratives being built about the defense. I'm going to say this right now. I'm not worried about the defense unless we get a repeat performance against the Eagles. The reason I say that is because the defense just played like 3 games in like 12 days, y'all. They played 3 games in like 12 days. They're tired. They've literally been in dozens of car crashes over the past couple of weeks, bro. They're tired, okay? So after the Cowboys come out of this mini bye, I kind of want to see the defense refreshed a little bit and seeing them kind of play with that same intensity and that same dominance that they had to begin the season. But I'm not going to hold this game against the defense. This was 100% a game that was custom made for Dak Prescott to truly instill confidence in not only the fan base, but also his teammates and him as someone that's capable of bringing them out of any kind of hole. Dak Prescott, this game was actually tailor-made for you, my man, and you knocked it out of the freaking park. And that's why I'm not mad at the defense. It's because, to be honest, as Cowboys fans, we needed to see, and I think as a team, They needed to see that they could win those types of games, that they could win games in which the defense wasn't carrying them. Joy Taylor, that Dak could have those moments that make you come in the next day and blur,
"Oh, look what Dak did!"
Yeah, all that drama that you did, Joy. The Cowboys needed this type of game, and Dak Prescott and his MVP campaign is very much so alive and very, very strong. And I'm gonna say this right now in this video because I keep seeing people comment this and it's kind of annoying. I'm gonna be honest. Guys, it's not one or the other. You don't have to be like, oh, I don't care about him getting a regular season MVP. I want the Super Bowl MVP. Guess what? He can get both of them. It's been done on a few different occasions. It's not one or the other. It's not if he wins regular season MVP, he won't win the Super Bowl MVP. Hell, he won't even know that he won the regular season MVP until like the NFC Championship game. They don't announce that stuff until right before the Super Bowl, guys. Why are we in an environment and in a world, in a space where everyone tries to take every bit of credit that Dak Prescott deserves? Why are we as his own fan base essentially refusing accolades that he deserves? That makes no sense, bro. It might not matter to you, but having an MVP on your resume, going deep into the playoffs, potentially winning the Super Bowl, that puts Dak in a rarefied air as a quarterback. And I'm gonna be real, and this ain't got nothing to do with football. On a personal level, Dak deserves all of that. Dak deserves to have his story written the way that he wants to have it written. Dak deserves to be regarded as the fortress that he is on that football field. Dak deserves to have an NFL career resume that when people look back on it, they can see just how tried and tested he was, but he still came out on the other side, arising from the flames like a phoenix. He deserves that stuff, bro. He's earned it, bro, as a human being and as a football player and a professional, just getting better at your craft each and every day and just doing things the right way. Just because you want a deep playoff run, do not try to disregard everything else that these dudes have coming their way and have earned, bro. That's not even cool. And as a Cowboys fan, I'm gonna be real, bro. Y'all are not gonna get the type of response y'all think y'all are gonna get out of me leaving those types of comments, because I completely disagree. And I think that's a very selfish and, to be quite honest, negligent way of thinking. As far as we see the type of criticism this dude gets to the point where people take shots at his unborn kids. I want Dak Prescott to get every single flower, every single petal that he deserves. At the end of the day, Dak Prescott is ranked #1 in total QBR for the National Football League, meaning he's playing the best quarterback out of anybody in the National Football League. At the end of the day, the last five MVPs have had anywhere between 2 and 4 losses on their record and still won a Most Valuable Player award. The last 5 MVPs, Patrick Mahomes, Aaron Rodgers, Lamar Jackson, Patrick Mahomes. 2022 Kansas City Chiefs, they lost 3 games. 2021 Green Bay Packers, they lost 4 games. 2020 Green Bay Packers, they lost 3 games. 2019 Baltimore Ravens, they lost 2 games. I'm gonna be real, Lamar Jackson deserved that when he balled out that year. And then the 2018 Kansas City Chiefs, they lost 4 games. All right, the Cowboys currently are at 9-3. So regardless of what stats you want to look at, what qualifications you want to look at, if you want to compare the past MVPs to what Dak Prescott is doing this season, his numbers stack up to any of the other MVPs that you can think of right now, and his production, his impact on the field stack up to any of the other MVPs, bro. Dak Prescott is that dude, and Joy Taylor, you're that dude key. Either way, appreciate you guys for tuning in. Y'all know I always end these videos. How? Them Cowboys. See you guys on the next one. Take it away, Pastor.
Calling me, texting me, paging me, asking me, am I still them boys? Y'all usually check on me. Listen. I'm still them boys. Hey! Woo! Oh, shut up, my boy. Hey! I'm still them boys.